in a sprinter. What's a two up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the LA Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Go. Hey, Ram. Hey, go Lion. Hey, Ray.
Herbert to throw right away. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Chris Wormley. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go. Baylor tight. Ready.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Herbert. That is incomplete. The Chargers at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second and 10.
59. Hey, Kappa.
Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Raiders very strong in that victory a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. That was yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon.
And there's a little bit of a case of back to the future because Justin Herbert as a rookie, 5 rushing touchdowns, 3 in 2021, and none last year. I think that speaks to his development as a pocket passer and trusting his receivers more and more. But in this case, trusted himself and found the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here first and 10 at their own 21. How about this? They'll try the option left side, and holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Herbert on third down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Caught by Allen. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He lets it go deep for Mayer. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Returnable here for Davis. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for LA. 61 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Right now.
back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Here we go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Waste of time.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
21. Let's go. Home to try.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Shedding the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Here we go.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Oh, what a move. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Stuffing him behind the line there. That's Deion Henley. Really nice play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Hey, Catholic. Let's go.
Herbert now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
5-9.
Now it's Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, down at the 31. Back to throw. Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
11.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On the move to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. going to try and throw on third. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
11.
Now Garoppolo. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Baylor Tiger.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go. Hey, ram.
To throw again. Herbert. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Lions.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chargers are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the round is on here in this 1st half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, We get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
White.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. To the right side, here's Mayer. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Up the middle with Eckler. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go. Hold me to right.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Abdullah to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Garoppolo now. He'll let this go for Adams. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. 54 yards. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw here, Herbert. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
65.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
All the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. On the give, this is Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. A beautiful fake. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Let's go.
Now it's Herbert. Touchdown! Austin Eckler from 8 yards out. And the Chargers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
11.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On play action, now Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Oh, he shifts past him. There he goes, right side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Shoves him aside, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understand.
Let me fix my cheek real quick. What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. After where get hectic, don't let me slide up on you, no electric. You hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and all you do is texting. Listen, I don't know why they mentioning beef. I don't think no one better than me. You can say what you want, but my steppers don't speak. If I tell them to go, then they stepping on 3 like for the chain. That's competitive. Me making rain in your hood like I weather the streets. My neck will be good. I'ma get to the breach. You only as tough as your weapon could be. I done caught me a Dylan. I got off the block. Cause they hate and put that on the watch. The ice on my neck is little shorty on hot. There's some rappers that want me to flap. I don't care about no dissing cause none of them pop. And I'm shooting myself with a pop. They be all on my DM like when you gon' drop. Look, it get boring just me at the top. It get boring just me at the top. I be shaking their hearts every time that I drop. Like when I walk in the spot, it says you won't be in this. If you don't make it hot like new deal. AP I done.
Don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta. Back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up, like, ooh, I got met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sucky now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of flexing mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta, even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta. Stitch your get up off the wall, go on, get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the valet, take your time, it might get a ride. Floating through the front door, my modest attire. And good Lord, mama, you know you looking divine. I had to turn around, double take a look at that. Girl, you got good taste, where you cook it at? You can mingle with the cool kids. I'm out here sweating like a preacher in a pool pit. Even when I'm down bad, I know how to bounce back. I know I got her, and she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, and even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. I know I got her. I know I got her. Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I got her. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. Still got her. in the glove, where the vices be, how you gon' act like we don't know the same? Hey, y'all looking like they in the same clothes, new skins, grip the BBLs in your waist, though. Yeah, like them, we don't waste, though. I've been working 25, I need a trip. Used to looking